Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we've got to get into some gospel controversy. And before we talk about this, in regards to Glorilla and Kirk Franklin winning the Bobby Jones BET Gospel Award, just want to remind you guys that the Stellar Awards, the 40th Annual Stellar Awards, is going to be this August in Nashville, Tennessee, y'all. And I believe today, what a coincidence. Today, they are announcing the nominees, right? So I just wanted to, to put that out there, right? So, there's a reason behind you see the images of Snoop Dogg, Glorilla, and Kirk Franklin, and Tems, because they have something in common that we are going to talk about as well. So, what happened was, Deitrick Haddon went to social media and basically he said, listen, look at here, I am disappointed with the BET awards for the winner of the Best Gospel Inspirational Artist winner at the 2025 BET Awards. So let's talk about it. Let's hear what he has to say.
Gospel music industry needs an overhaul, period. After last night's show, it's an indicator that we just need a complete reset. Like what are we doing? Are we allowing this to happen over and over again and wonder why the gospel music industry is dying? Come on, man. In order to have something different, you have to do something different. So we need people in the room that know gospel music, that's in the trenches of gospel music, that's advocating for the genre as a whole and not one particular person. It's already a small genre. So it's hard for us to watch the Dr. Bobby Jones Gospel Award being given to somebody that's not in our space, right? No disrespect to the artist, but that's not the space she's in. And so it makes it discouraging, disappointing, and it takes the wind out of all of it. And we wonder why gospel music is dying. It's because we're doing things like that. Well, on top of that is, we're tired. Nobody will say this, but I will. Of seeing the same people being celebrated year after year. Like there is nobody else in gospel music. Like no one else is working. You cannot just give it to one person as if they're the ones that's keeping it going. No. We're done with that. Last night was a great win for the ratings for BET. I give certain people awards for ratings, but it was not a win for the gospel music industry. We got to do better. So I propose let's start something where we can come together and have someone advocating for the genre that have no other motive and agenda in the room, but to elevate the gospel music genre as a whole. That's what I feel.
So this went viral. At the time of me recording this video, I think it has almost 500,000 views. And, points were made. And the other thing was, this also got the attention of Bobby Jones, who this award is named after. And he posted again and said the following. He said, the great Dr. Bobby Jones called me out of the blue yesterday with praising hands emojis. It is always an honor to speak with him. I have the highest respect for this living legend. Dr. Jones opened the doors for me and countless others in gospel music. That particular award carries its name for a reason. This is the man who spent his life fighting for gospel artists to have a rightful space on BET. It's a little sympathetic, a little bittersweet for me because a family friend who does music and everything else. They were on the Bobby Jones show when I was a kid, and they brought me home like a coloring book and like all this cool stuff. And I remember back when BET was owned by Black people, right? And we were in charge of the programming that was going to be on BET, right? But I feel as though, you know, once BET stopped being Black owned, I feel like just a lot of things went away. A lot of things went away. And I feel like the issue, you know, is bigger than just Glorilla and Kirk Franklin winning. Because, again, you know, Tems has won this award just last year, even though I don't remember there being outrage about this, because she's not a gospel artist, last I checked. And again, in 2019, Snoop Dogg won this award, and I don't remember there being outrage last I checked for that, but there's outrage regarding last night. But my thing is that there's been a problem. There's been an issue, but I feel like it's bigger than just gospel, right? If we want to just restrict this to a gospel thing, I feel there needs to be a new way to reach out to the younger generation and others as far as, you know, what gospel artists are out there and everything else. And I would implore people to tune into, you know, the Stellar Awards. I believe, like I said earlier at the beginning of the video, they're going to announce their nominations today. So maybe they need Kai Cenat. Maybe Kai Cenat needs to stream their award show. Maybe that. I think that would be a great opportunity, because that is right in his demographic, his age group, his audience, to introduce a lot of young people to the gospel music industry, right? And they have something, and the Stellar Awards has something, an opportunity too, to find new ways to market and outreaching and get more people involved. Also, I feel there's a lot of negative connotation associated with the Black church, right? Because if you just believe, you know, the isolated incidents with some of the stuff that goes on with some of the mega churches or certain pastors and their scandals and all of this and all of that, a lot of people are like, oh, see, this is why I'm not going to church. This is why I'm not doing church and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then that just casts like a negative cloud, right? And then also, oh, it's always Kirk Franklin winning. Well, technically, no. There's other people who won the award and everything else. Like I said, like Yolanda Adams, Donnie McClurkin, Marvin Sapp, they've won it multiple times and everything else. But just more recently, Kirk Franklin has won it a lot. Let's talk about it as a whole. Let's air it all out as far as the BET Awards go, right? And what the BET Awards problem has had for quite some time, with the exception of the Lifetime Achievement Award and the Ultimate Icon Award and everything else. It's already a shame if Mariah Carey is winning her first BET Award after 25 years, guys. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So that's already a problem. And she's had, in that 25 years, she has a diamond album. You guys, she has the GOAT album, The Emancipation of Mimi, no skips. Inexcusable, but they did this to Rihanna too. Rihanna only has like one or two. She doesn't have that many BET Awards. I think the time she won was the one time she was there. So I say all that to say that there's no nuance for the BET Awards as a whole, because either you can be just a big name artist, you could be an A-list artist and automatically win, whether you have an album out or not, whether you're doing something that year or not, or even if you do have stuff out and your stuff flops and other people outsell you, if you're considered an A-lister, you're still going to get that W. You're still going to get that win. And then you get to a point as an A-lister where you don't even have to show up at the BET Awards anymore. And you could still take home 3, 4, 5 awards. Meanwhile, all the other nominees are sitting there in the audience, hoping that their name gets called. So BET, while they make a lot of good decisions, there's a lot of bad decisions as it pertains to these award shows, but it's not just isolated. It's not just a BET Awards issue. It's an awards issue across the board. A lot of these award shows do not give the awards anymore, and have it for quite some time, for the artist that sells the most records or had the biggest year or anything like that. Those days are long gone. It's all about politics now. It's about how good your team is, how good your record label is at politics and networking for you and campaigning for you to win these awards. And that's a big thing that happens, especially with the Grammy Awards. It's all about a big campaign fest. So, but I don't feel like this issue, Glorilla winning, once you open the door for Snoop Dogg to win that award in 2019, you've opened the door for any rapper to win. It's how I look at it. It's not a Glorilla issue. It's an issue across the board in terms of you've opened this door, BET. You didn't leave this award exclusively to gospel artists. And you're trying to throw in the caveat that, hey, a rapper can win the award if it's, associated with a Kirk Franklin, if it's associated with so-and-so and so-and-so. As long as it's associated with a gospel artist, we'll consider that and give you that award. I think with Glorilla, I think she had a big year, and she should have won her category she was nominated in. I think she got snubbed in her own category. And I think they wanted to award her with something for the simple fact that, she was performing and everything else. And they knew that Kirk Franklin was getting the Ultimate Icon Award as well. So they figured, hey, we can knock two birds out with one stone, give them this award or whatever else. And then Kirk Franklin can go get ready for his performance. It's what I honestly think. But I feel like it's not just a gospel issue. It's not just an issue with this. I feel like it's a bigger issue at hand. And we need to have that conversation. But I also feel that there needs to be a way to get the youth to be interested in this gospel music, to get the youth interested, getting the youth back into the church, getting the younger generation back into the church. And that's going to take a huge overhaul because there's been so much negativity surrounding the Black church, y'all. So I feel like it's a collective effort that, that needs to happen, that's bigger than the BET Awards. When you erase, a lot of the gospel programming altogether on BET, like that's one source you're taking away for people to know gospel music, right? And unless you are deep in the gospel streets and the Christian streets and that's your thing to really follow artists or know somebody that's affiliated or whatever else, somebody that might be a producer or a manager that can let you know of upcoming artists that are going to be in churches in your town, in your area, that'll be performing for different concerts and all things like that. Unless you know that type of world and know those people or are related to those people, you're going to be missing out. You're not going to have any clue. So all you're going to be reacting to is the one time you turn on BET once a year and see these nominations and see these categories, and you may or may not be familiar. I believe they said Jennifer Hudson was nominated too. Her and Common was nominated for a gospel song. I know previously Halle Bailey was nominated for this award too. Like it needs, the category itself needs an overhaul. Because before you had the right idea of making it exclusive to gospel artists, and maybe that was the issue. It was the same gospel artists that were being nominated every year. It was always interchangeable between Kirk Franklin, Donnie McClurkin, Yolanda Adams, Fred Hammond, Mary Hezekiah Walker. It was like the same 6 or 7 people that were always being nominated, and the same people were always win. I think Donnie McClurkin won it first, and then Yolanda Adams won it 3 years in a row after that. Then Donnie McClurkin, then Kirk Franklin won it 2 years in a row after that. Then Marvin Sapp, then Mary, then Marvin Sapp, then Mary, then Yolanda Adams, then Mary, then Tamala Mann, Lecrae, Kirk Franklin, Lecrae, and then Lecrae featuring Tori Kelly, then Snoop Dogg featuring Rance Allen in 2019, and then Kirk Franklin won again, Kirk Franklin and Little Baby won again. Where were y'all when Little Baby won? Didn't hear from it. And her was nominated that year as well. Was nominated that year as well. And so then 2023, Maverick City Music and Kirk Franklin won as well. And like I said last year, Tems won, beat Shirley Caesar, Kirk Franklin, Halle Bailey, CeCe Winans, Erica Campbell, Maverick City Music, and Naomi Ray, and Chandler Moore, and Kirk Franklin. So nonetheless, you guys, it needs a bigger overhaul, but I feel it's bigger than what happened at this year's BET Awards. Like I said, once you open the door for Snoop Dogg to win and everything else, and Kirk Franklin and Little Baby winning, like you're setting the tone that you're open for other rappers and other people who make non-secular music to win this award, whether as the lead artist or the feature. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.